Is it me, or are our dogs always in the way? I love teaching new things, but nothing beats teaching something that genuinely makes our lives easier. So in today's video, I'm giving you a step-by-step tutorial on how to teach backup coming up. Before you get any tips out of me, go and hit that subscribe button. 91% of people watching this channel are not subscribed yet. That is crazy, especially when you consider I've got a lot of videos coming up that are really gonna help you all. So go right now and hit that subscribe button. Usually, when people try and teach backup, they just walk straight into the dogs and they try and just force the dogs to go backwards. Today, we're not gonna do that. Today, we are really gonna make our dogs think. We are going to teach our dogs to target an object with their back legs, and then we are going to move that object slowly but gradually further and further away from them. What this is going to do, and the benefit of doing this, is that we are actually rewarding our dogs and teaching our dogs that they have to move away from us and create distance, as opposed to just walking into them. They are moving backwards, but they're not creating that space, which is super important. Step number one is things you're going to need to teach this trick. Number one is you're going to need a target object. Number two is you're going to need some tasty treats. And number three, a furry student. Choose your target object, you need to make sure that the object is big enough for your dog to fit both back legs onto. And the more that your dog can differentiate the object to the floor, the quicker it's going to be for your dog to learn. Some things that I've used in the past are old board games, books. One of my favorites to use is an old laptop box, just because of that height difference. And today I'm just going to be using some scales. Step number two is the accidental touch. You are going to place our target object directly behind the dog, and starting with the dog in a stand facing you, you are going to use the lure to just manipulate the dog's head until you get that accidental touch with the dog's back legs and the target. Now the key here is precise timing. You have to mark and reward the very second that your dog touches the target with its back legs. Our goal in this step is to just bring that awareness that it's the back leg touching the target that is bringing our dogs the reward that they want. Timing is everything. If your dog is really struggling, figuring out how to coordinate their back end, then I have got a video on rear end awareness where I'm actually teaching the dog how to pivot just using their back end. So if you need any help with this step, then go and watch that video right now. Step number three is the purposeful touch. In step number two, we were helping our dogs with the lure, and we were just trying to create a little bit of an awareness between their back legs and the target. Now in this step, we want our dogs to make a conscious effort to touch that target without us helping them with the lure. Now guys, don't be so strict with this step. You don't have to make a dramatic transition between steps 2 and 3. Pay attention to your dog. Are they finding this quite easy and quite happy to offer behaviors and they're kind of guessing for what we want? Or are they getting a little bit confused and they're just ready to give up? Let me know in the comments below. How is your pup getting on with this step? Did your dog find it easy going from steps 2 and 3? Or did it take a little bit of time? Let me know in the comments below. Continue this step until your dog is reliably finding this target every single time. Now you will have to lure the dog off with a treat just so that you can get your reps in nice and quick. Step number 4 is back up. We need to add our command. Now that we know that our dog is aware of the object and it's targeting this object with both paws, we can begin to associate our new backup command. Back up, back up, back up. Good. With the action that always follows, which is our dog finding that target with both paws. Now remember, at this stage, that target is still directly behind the dog. Step number 5 is to create distance. This is the most important step, but it's actually the easiest step. We are going to gradually move the target further and further away from the dog with each rep that we do. Now, a quick tip is instead of actually moving the box away from the dog, which is super, super awkward, you can just gradually and almost sneakily just shuffle yourself back further and further away from the target each time. The dog will barely even realize that it's having to go back a little bit further each time, which really helps avoid any conflict and confusion and really helps them build up the distance for this trick super, super fast. Step number 6, the final step, and it's not even a real step. All you are going to do is take that target away. Do exactly what you did before, but you're just going to do it without that target. Now, the one problem that I had with this trick is that I was rewarding Aegon when he was coming back to me. So this created a habit where Aegon was just really desperate to kind of come back to me to get that reward. Bad news for me, but great news for you guys because you don't need to make that mistake. So my tip to you is reward placement. When your dog is backed up, just try and throw the reward so that they can catch it, or even just throw it so it goes behind them so that they don't get that habit of coming back to you every single time. So there you have it, guys. That is how you teach back up. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Definitely subscribe, become part of this community that I'm trying to build. Let me know in the comments below what videos you want to see next, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Thank you. Youll. Right now.
Yeah, right now.
Is it being nothing but fuck going? Let me rewarding fuck.
Don't know what you want from me.
Just step number 3 is the purpose. How fuck off. Avoid any conflict and confusion with what the fuck?
That was going well.
This really helps. This really helps. This really fucking helps. This really helps. This really helps. What the fuck does it help, Bethany?
Build distance!
We are going to teach our dogs. No, we're not.
Oh!